Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Caustic. Welcome back to the channel. I will be showing you guys how to make a future bass drop using vocal chops today in Ableton. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty guys, so first thing that you're going to want to do is find yourself some vocals. In my case, I had my fiance sing and record a lot of vocals from a lot of different songs. This one that we are going to be working with was a version that she sung of Christina Aguilera. And I will play the original sample here for you guys just so you can hear what that sounds like.
Hey, 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 make me laugh, make me, yeah.
Now, for the sake of the video, I already do have this processed just a little bit and pitched up, so this is not the original sounding vocal. But I just moved a few parts around that I thought would fit best with just the different pitch changes to give you more variety when it comes to doing the slicing of the vocal. First thing that you're going to want to do is find yourself a auto tuner. In my case, I used this auto tuner called Voloco. It is completely free on PC, Mac. Don't be worried. You guys have a lot of free auto tuning software available to you as well. You just want to find something that will give you a lot of different variety when it comes to picking out the chop. And you also don't want it to be off key. In my case, I go for a little bit more of an artificial taste to it, so I push the auto tuner very heavily to where it does not sound like a legit recording. It sounds heavily processed, which is what I like to go with, especially when I'm doing vocal chops. So this is what the vocal sounds like when you have the auto tuner on the chain itself.
Hey, hey, make me laugh, make me, yeah.
You can already hear there's a huge difference in that pitch change from before when we didn't have the auto tuner on it to when we added it. Next thing I did was just record that vocal exactly how it was and just dropped it down one so you can keep all the effects that you have on the chain. That way when you're putting it into your slicer, it's not trying to auto tune all of your slices, which gets really messy. So record that down and then I'll drop it into a slicer. So in Ableton, I use the simpler and then use the slice tool. And then I drop the vocal into the slicer, and that way you can actually play each note of the vocal, and so you can get a whole bunch of different melodies from the vocal that you drop into the simpler. Then I added a lot of reverb to it, and this is the melody that I came up with. Very, very, very catchy. And then I went and started forming a drop out of the vocal chops. So first thing I did was drop down the recorded sample of the vocal chop. And then I duplicated it and made a second version of that, drop 12 semitones. So you're getting the bass of the vocals as well. Next thing you want to do is find some leads that will help empower the vocal chop. You also probably want to have your leads following the same pattern as the vocal chop. Sometimes it's not always the case. Sometimes you can actually get away with a lot more when you don't follow the pattern, but typically, depending on the vocal chop and just how it flows, you're probably going to want to use the leads to help the vocal. So I found 3 leads here. When you play them all together, they're very, very, very strong. But when you play it with the vocal actually takes over that aspect because the leads are just empowering the vocal. They're not supposed to be there to stand out, at least not in this case. They are supposed to be there just to help the vocal flow easier. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, I thought they were not supposed to stand out. They're not. When you add the chords, you actually have the vocals pop out because there's so much white noise and synthesizing going on with the leads themselves, which I will show you guys here in a second. But it does heavily empower the vocal. But you want to then add your chords, add your future bass chords. And if you guys would like a tutorial and walkthrough on how to make future bass chords, leave a comment down in the comments, and I'll read those and I will make a video here for you guys, because I want to help you guys as best as possible. And so yeah, I could walk you through all my chord progressions as well as the sound design themselves. If you guys are interested, just make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below, and I will be sure to get to that for you guys. But yes, so when you have those chords, you have those leads, and then you have the vocals. They stand out so much more. You always got to have your sub bass. Don't forget the sub bass. And then just add a few drums, kick and snare. Effects, a little sweep down just to give it a higher energy starting at the drop. Cymbals. And then just add a buildup. I did use a few vocal parts of the drop as a buildup, just to give it that hinting at the drop. But yeah, add the drop, and this is what it sounds like all together. Alrighty guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions, or would like me to cover anything more in depth of what you saw in this video. I will happily make a video on it just to help you guys out. But make sure to hit that like button if you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and helps the channel out as well. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.